I went there and I could eat free pizzas because my parents also were like, really? They didn't take money from you? No.
From a sunny day in Bangalore, this is Safwana welcoming you to the very first episode of Kofluence Unplugged. I am very excited to kickstart this podcast series where we talk, discuss and have conversations of value. Our topic for today is from creator to creatorpreneur, and joining me on this fun conversation is Bangalore's most favorite influencer. You must have seen her content across your feed under multiple genres: lifestyle, food, fashion, travel, you name it, she's done it. Popularly known by the name Grubmode, she's taken the content creation industry by storm. Let's welcome Vaishnavi to our podcast.
Thank you, Safwana and Kofluence, for giving me this opportunity. That was a kind and sweet intro, and I'm very happy to be here. This is my first time, so I think it's going to be an exciting conversation between what I do and a lot more to learn and share my experiences.
So why don't we start by talking about yourself a little? Share a bit about yourself as a brand and how your journey so far as an influencer.
Hi, I'm Vaishnavi. I'm based out of Bangalore. So Bangalore it is actually. So I'm creating content since 2015. It's been a quite journey, and I'm sure most of you know me in the name of Grubmode. So Grubmode is nothing but food and fashion. So I started my journey by creating a lot of content regarding what I eat, the places I go, and eventually I started posting about my lifestyle, travel and fashion. So I've been overwhelmed by creating all kinds of content on my social media, and it's been 8 years since I started this, and it's quite a journey. It's very challenging, and I've had a great experience doing this. Most of the days I wake up to create content. I feel now I breathe to create content because I don't know anything apart from this, and the community I've built is so strong that they always support me and motivate me, and I want to continue doing this.
Yeah. And when it comes to content creation, I know that this particular industry itself is very saturated at the moment because everybody is creating content. Even if they're not influencing with that particular content, they're still creating, and it's a passion project for everyone. Everybody is creating. Everybody loves creating. So in that case, when you are taking this as a profession as well, when you actually have to come up with ideas where it's not always the same, because nobody wants to see the same thing again and again. Yeah. So how do you come up with unique ideas for your content?
That's actually a quite interesting question. I think every creator or everyone who are creating content on Instagram or any social media platform, they will have a creative block at some point of time. Mm-hmm. Because how much ever ideas you have, you should be ready to implement in your own way. Mm-hmm. So I always seek from my followers. You have a lot of options like poll option, Q&A, like what are you guys wanting to watch on my channel. I take tips from people, and I have amazing supportive friends who actually give me a lot of ideas. When they see something creative from any other creator, they'll be like, you do it in your way. Mm-hmm. Because idea you can take it, but putting across is your way, right?
Exactly.
So at the like industry experts also, I keep doing my research on YouTube. I watch a lot of videos. I also make a list of ideas at the beginning of the month, so that I can try to complete. Like making short-term goals and long-term goals is very, very important, so that I try to tick off certain things. Like if I have to involve my parents in the video, or my husband in the video, or if I have to do the complete video, I make sure I divide everything when they are free. So it's mostly like trial and error, You get ideas from a lot of things. You watch any video, you save everything, right? Yeah. And you'll never open those saves actually. But when you write down, you will actually think that, okay, this is pending. So writing is something that I always do. I plan my things every month so that if I have 10 reels that I have to complete, I will shoot all those 10 reels. Example, when I travel also, I create content before traveling itself. I will have a couple of things like 5 must-have food places, the things I wore in that particular travel. So you know that there are ideas that you have to implement. So I always write down, and the ideas might not be unique, but you're still doing it in your way. Yeah. So it all depends how organic and how you're putting across the message that you want to in your own language.
Got it.
So I prefer to talk in Kannada because my audience love when I talk in Kannada, and I always feel that when you are in Bangalore and you want to reach to local audience, you have to talk in your local language, right?
Exactly.
So I always feel comfortable talking in Kannada because I can talk from my heart.
Yeah.
How much ever you know English, it's always good to talk in Kannada because I know what to talk. So that's the reason I started creating content in Kannada, and I feel see, even I go to restaurants, even I want to review about it, but I do it in my way. So everybody has their own way. So the concepts and ideas will depend how you implement it.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel we have to always be flexible and adapting things. Maybe today's trend is doing a lip sync videos. You think about it, you're not okay with it.
Yeah.
So what are you okay with? Go for it, but do it in your way. Example, you want to do outfit video, do it in your way.
Yeah.
But outfit videos, there are so many people doing. Doing it in your way is something that will represent you.
Yeah. Even if the idea is inspired, basically putting it across in your own way is what.
Because you see so much every day on social media. You get to watch tons of reels every single day, but there's so much content on your head, so how will you put that across?
Exactly. Not every idea can obviously be unique.
So you have to write down. I always tell all the creators or people who want to pursue in this profession to write things down, so that once you break down your dreams and goals, it's much more easier and convenient to achieve those small-term goals.
Definitely. And when it comes to content also, so now there's personal content that you do and there's branded content that you do. And obviously the engagement would differ in both the cases, and the kind of audience interaction would differ in both the cases. So what do you enjoy creating most? Is it branded content or is it personal content?
I love to create personal content.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are a couple of brands that I love to create content for, because I wouldn't have imagined in my dreams also that I would work for such brands. So it is amazing experience to work with them to create a piece of content, even if it's not organic, but you have put your heart and soul in creating that content.
True.
So it's very gratifying for me. Why? Because why do we create branded content? Is for awareness. Example, brand is having a sale, brand is launching a new store, brand is launching a new product. It's for brand awareness we do.
Yeah, true.
We do it in an ad way so that it is appealing for you also to watch. And now audience are very, very aware. They know what is branded content. They know that we mention ad, and we are very clear about the text we put. We have to mention if it's a paid partnership. Everybody understands that it is a branded promotion, and we are doing it for the sake of to create content of getting paid for it. We are paid for it, right? It's very open for audience that we are getting paid.
Actually, very transparent. I mean, even with the recent influencer guidelines that came out, I feel like it's a very good initiative. Because even if it's content, if it's a branded content, people will at least have that perspective. It's a branded content, but still the creator actually put a lot of effort into making it.
Right? They put a lot of effort, especially when it comes to branded. Why? Because they have certain rules. They have
standards and quality.
And they have their own terms and conditions to be followed. We have to follow those conditions. It's organic means it's left to you. You can talk unless you're comfortable with it or confident, you can talk how much ever you want. But brand means we are strictly following certain rules, strictly following to certain things that we shouldn't mention. So there are a lot of things, but it's nice that audience know that paid partnership or ad means it's a branded content.
Yeah, actually, I know it. And I just noticed that, I heard you mention about your family and your husband a lot of times while we were talking as well. And even you mentioned that you include them in your content as well.
Yeah.
So I would really like to know how supportive are they when it comes to your passion for content creation?
My parents and my family have always been a rock from the beginning of the journey. No matter if it's personal or professional, they've always been so supportive. They always want to understand what my interests are. So at the beginning, they used to be like, why are you taking food pictures and all of it? Because they didn't know this profession, right? I had to do it on Zomato, I'm writing. They were not aware of Zomato and all. But now they want to be involved in what I'm doing. My dad supports me. He's like, I want to be innovative. I want to review it. So that's the reason I did a couple of videos with him. And my mom also, she always supports me. When I recently I did a campaign with her for Mother's Day. They enjoy doing it. And even my father-in-law, mother-in-law, they understand this profession. They know that I just don't keep my phone for just for texting purpose or playing games or anything. They know my profession is on my phone. They really support. I think they know what are my goals and my aspirations. So they are completely very, very involved in what I'm doing.
So, and I'm sure like any other phase in your life, like any other profession in anybody's life, it would have its own set of setbacks and challenges. So what are the challenges that you faced or are still, still currently facing in this industry? And even when it comes to putting out things to your audience, what are the things that you are still concerned about, or what are the challenges basically?
See, honestly, I enjoy doing this, right? So over 7 years, I haven't taken a break. I haven't taken a holiday. So that I realized last 2022 December. Only when I had severe, like, what do you say, creative block. Because I didn't understand what's going on with me, but I realized that I've never taken a break off social media. Every single day, I have posted stories. Because you enjoy doing something, you don't know when is the holiday for you. And that's when I had mental breakouts. So that's when I realized that holiday means going off from your work. So when my work is on phone, switching off everything. You rarely switch off things from there.
Actually,
I had so much anxiety issues. I've never turned off my phone. I've always posted stories, even on my holiday. Because it is your habit. You take your phone and take a picture, start posting without thinking.
Sure.
You just open because you are used to it. But a holiday means not.
That's not
it's
work.
completely off from work. You have to go get lost. I did that last December, just 4 days, because my anxiety was hitting me so badly. I'm like, FOMO, what is happening on my phone? What is happening in the world? I could do only for 4 days, but those 4 days were so good. I relaxed my brain. I felt so happy to be connected. I didn't take much of pictures, and I know and my family know what I did on those 4 days. I don't even have pictures from those 4 days. I've always documented everything in my life. And I feel someone who is onto social media, who works for social media, they need such offs.
Actually,
they need to go completely off. Off means not taking picture and keeping your phone. They shouldn't use their phone.
Actually. So yeah, having created content for the past 8 years now, and having branded yourself as an influencer to the world, what is your advice, or not advice exactly? What do you have to say to the budding creators who just started with their passion now, or people who I mean this is an industry where not everybody just clicks and just goes viral every day. So for people who are demotivated because they're creating quality content every day, but they're not getting the kind of reach that they want. So what is your advice, or what do you have to say to them?
See, I'm no one to give them any advice, because people are very smart now. All the creators know their own resources. There are too many resources for them to improvise themselves. One thing I would like to say is be open for feedback and be strong. You have to be thick-skinned when you are in this field, because you're again a public figure. You're putting your viewpoint, right? Not everybody agrees to your viewpoint. You need to be really thick-skinned. I'm also working on it, because nobody comments in your entire life. You've not been commented negative on a public platform, but suddenly you post something and you get a negative comment. You don't know how to take that. That might affect your mental health. Suddenly you might think, what have I done wrong? You need to be really thick-skinned. You need to be open for feedback. That everybody should learn how to. And second thing is, like, you are inspiring people. You don't know that, but you're really inspiring. Even if you inspire two people on social media, you are doing your job. Because some days you might feel that, oh, I'm not a person who can do that. I'm dark, I'm thin, I'm fat. No, you're inspiring people who's just like you. So do it for them. What motivates me is that I know that people are waiting to see something that I'm doing today. So that makes me motivate every single day. So do it for yourself, and you might not know what you are going to change for other person. So that is something I want to advise, that don't give up. Keep trying. I know people have worked for 5 years and they haven't seen results, but wait for that one day. One day things might change. Your coin might flip. and you also won't be you'll be shocked seeing what's happening in your life. And now that Instagram has released reels and there are so many platforms, there are easy ways to communicate with people, audience, to do unique things. It's all that you have to explore yourself. Trial and error is something that I personally recommend everyone. If they are doing something in a certain way, if that hasn't worked out for them, try it in a different way. Try a new concept. If you want to put the same message, try it in a different way. That might work out for you. Even today, I'm still figuring what's working out for me. So I do all the things so that something has worked out for me. And you see what is that pattern that has worked for you. If that pattern has worked out for you, repeat. Try to do same things in a similar way. Put the message in the same tone. You won't know if that is going to work out. This field is something that is not in your hands. Everything is AI, right? AI is recognizing. So when you are putting your message in certain tone and that is working out for you, follow the same tone. You keep changing with the trends and you keep be flexible and open to learning. Because this is a platform like an open book where there are so many pages filled with knowledge. You just have to read through the lines and try. All you can do is declutter your mind and write down those things. Because you read something today, you feel it's a simple word and you might forget. But when you write, that will stay in your head. So whatever thing you're learning, and any tips, any tricks or any ways to grow, you always write down. You don't save it on Instagram. You write and then that will be in your head to implement. So that is what, and consistency, which is a simple and common answer that everybody gives, but it is very tough. You need to be really disciplined in this or any profession you do. Discipline is something people lack, but once you stick with it, the results are magic.
Actually, you've been someone who creates brand contents for the past 5 to 6 years now, and now that you have associated yourself with a platform like Kofluence, how do you think the transition has been from the way you created content for brands earlier and now that you go through our campaigns through our platform? How do you think the transition has been?
I feel it's a very good opportunity. Why? Because Kofluence acts as a bridge between a brand and a creator. So we don't have to stress on certain things like communicating and anything. So it's much more easier to work with like brand campaigns, product collaboration, affiliate marketing, sponsored campaigns, everything. And it's just not this, you can also build your community there. And as Kofluence also helps particular creator to understand their metrics, their analytics, and what they have to improvise on. It's a very great platform to be on.
And Vaishnavi, on your profile, I noticed there's something called Katha, Untold Stories, that you have unveiled, but you've not really spoken much about it. So I have a feeling something's brewing. So would you like to give us more insights on that?
Oh yeah, everyone's talking about it and asking me about it. But we launched Katha last year. We released the brand and the logo. We haven't told what is it all about, but we are going to do that this year for sure, because it takes a lot of time to build a brand, and nobody knows what exactly it is except a couple of them in my family. So yeah, it's something fun and very close to me that I've badly wanted to do since a couple of years. And finally, I think we are towards 70% of completing it. So soon that will be launched. I'm going to keep it till here. I'm not going to reveal more about it, but stay tuned for it.
I think we are approaching the end of the podcast discussion as well. I mean, it has been amazing. You made me feel very comfortable.
You made me feel comfortable.
Thank you so much. So it has been really nice, and you gave us a very insightful session.
Thank you.
And you had really nice things to say to the budding creators, and thank you for the shout out to our platform as well. It has been wonderful talking to you, and looking forward to meeting you again. So that has been the end of Kofluence Unplugged episode 1, and we've had Vaishnavi with us, Grubmode. So don't forget to follow her. She is amazing at what she does.
And disclaimer, guys, this is all my perspective and my reviews, so don't come back at me. But thank you so much for making me feel comfortable. And honestly, I feel it's such a great opportunity to understand from creators' perspective as well. I'm all the best for the upcoming podcasts too. I'm very excited and looking forward to hear.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Vaishnavi. And that has been the end of our session. Until next time, stay happy, stay kind, and keep Kofluencing.